Hey guys, do you want to learn more about how to book more shows as an independent artist? My name's Jen Phipps, and stick around and we'll be talking about how I work out my booking process. Hey, it is week 3 of documenting my music career. The first 2 weeks we talked about email lists, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown of that and how that went for me. First week we talked about emailing my contacts, messaging my contacts and trying to ask for their email. That went really well. I got over 100 of contacts, email list that way. The second was at a show that I was playing and sending out invitations via like groups on Facebook. And the update on that one is that one didn't work very well. I got about 4 emails for my show and none from the groups. So I probably won't focus on that anymore. I'll still get emails from shows because that's just a good thing to do. But I'll just stick with contacting my friends and everybody who's following me and the new people that follow me, which will hopefully be new people that follow me soon. And so that's a quick rundown of that. That's my update for that. If you're going to do an email list, then try emailing those who are following you now and ask them for their email to let them know what you're doing. Okay, so week 3, what are we going to tackle? Booking shows. I know this is kind of a big one because every artist wants to book more shows, and I am somewhat new to San Diego, so I don't have as many contacts as I did when I lived in North Carolina. So I have to go out and make my own contacts and try to contact people. So essentially I will be like a new artist in this area. So my plan for how I'm going to book shows, I'm going to first start with the typical way that everyone else does, which I'll go on my indieonthemove.com account. If you don't have Indie on the Move and you want to book shows, get Indie on the Move. And they have a list of just about every venue, bars and clubs that play live music. So I'll get their list. On their list it has, on like each bar listing, it has who to contact and how they prefer to be contacted, which 90% of them is they prefer to be emailed. And so I'm going to just send out an email to like everyone within my genre, and see if I get a response back. They get tons of emails every day about people booking, and this is San Diego, so everyone wants to play San Diego, so we'll see how that part goes. And as far as my email pitch, I'm first going to just introduce myself, tell them who I am, and then ask them what they look for in the booking process and how I can be considered. And we'll go from there and see what kind of response I get from that. Secondly, I will be calling coffee shops and bookshops to see if I can play some little small gigs there. I'm an acoustic artist, so it's fairly easy for me to play in those kind of genres. If you're not acoustic artist, like if you're metal, which I used to be, you can do other genres like tattoo shops or just basically any kind of thing like that you can find. Give them a call and see if they play live music or something they'd consider, and see who to talk to. So that would be my pitch. Second thing I'm doing. Third is going after non-traditional, where I will go and look for like events and restaurants and email them or call them, whichever it feels right, and ask them if they have live music, if they'd consider having me on their event. I've done this before and I've gotten a couple shows from that, so I've only done it a couple times, and I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do more with that. Some examples of events, I'm within the LGBT community, so I can just message them and let them know my story and my testimony, and see if they'd have me on to play and speak, which is what I've done a few different times. Other events are like they have cancer awareness in the park. I know they had this here at Waterfront Park here in San Diego, and I saw a few bands set up and playing out there. So you can contact the people who are in charge of like the parks and ask them about shows. As far as restaurants, I'm just going to Google what restaurants have live music, and I will contact them. I'd actually do a restaurant that I do play every month, and so that should help as far as getting my foot in the door with more restaurants. The issue with restaurants is it's not like a show. You're playing background music. It's not as fun, but on the upside, you can play, you can get paid. Basically, the restaurant that I play, I get tips, so it's not a lot of money, but I still make money, so that's good. Another option for playing that I've played before when I was in North Carolina is playing at retirement homes and for the senior community, which I absolutely love, and so I might try to contact them and see if I can get a couple gigs. Now that's a lot of information, that's a lot of people I'm going to contact, so I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. I won't tackle each one every single day. I'll kind of spread it up and be like, one day I'll do the emailing of the clubs, the next day I'll call the coffee shops, next day I'll email people about events, and so on and so on, and we'll just go from there. And if you come back next week, I'll let you know what I pitched, how it went, what people said and responded, and what I think I can do to get more shows and better shows. And hopefully that helps you guys, and you can start booking more shows with me. And hope you have a great day, great week, and come back next week. Make sure you subscribe, follow, like, share this information if you think it will help anyone, especially in your band. Share it with your bandmates. It's good to have everybody on board. Anyway, hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.